Fuck love and it's new age watered down bullshit. Modern love is a weak depiction of what a relationship is actually supposed to look like. A relationship is specific to those what's involved. Going on? Why do we suck at relationships? And by we, I mean the Western culture in general, not you or me specifically. But to be honest, I've sucked at relationships as well because I followed what I thought a relationship was or is supposed to be. But fuck, who the hell really knows? And it's quite obvious and pretty self-evident that relationships are in quite the predicament. Look at the divorce rates and the winding navigation of the new age social media scene, among scores of other life's challenges that will always rear their devious head. Death, taxes, breakups, break-ins, and breakouts, etc., etc. Like a pissed-off overweight diva when the all-you-can-eat buffet runs out of bacon. Damn it! Shit happens and shit leaves us pissed, confused, and complicated. Those Karens, deaths, and the likes, they're only a start to the difficulties a relationship can and will encounter. Man and woman meet. They like each other. They pursue each other, but man has a past. Woman has a past too. Man has his belief system, and woman set in her belief system as well. Maybe they're headed in the same direction, but man has an idea of how to get there, and woman believes in her ways to arrive at said destination are better. And this, as always, will present problems. But this is life. Billions of people all wanting their little piece of happiness, but all varying in their actions to get there. And so the engine, the power, and the force running relationships off the cliff to their death is the instant gratification curse of modernity. Oh, what a fucking curse it is. I want it now, and my way is the best. And so the reason relationships suck is we too often have a short-term mindset with temporary behaviors. We cut corners in effort to have it our way now. But the fast way now is the long way in the end. We ignore the red flags such as she has 3 kids with 3 different baby daddies, and she hasn't worked in 5 years, and it always has to be her way, but we overlook these for the temporary pleasure of some fantasy we've cooked up in our head of what a relationship's supposed to look like. But according to who? The news, the media, or the newest song, or you. This lust for intense instant gratification caused these tiny debts to accumulate until eventually we're bankrupt. We give up a little of our freedom for this. We give up a piece of our direction for that. We lose a little bit of our sovereignty for a seat at the table of uncomfortable slavery. Ever felt like the cultural standard of relationships, or hell, anything for that matter, has you anchored down? So the perfect relationship template in its cookie cutter fashion needs to be, well, hell, it needs to be injected with a fresh look. It needs to fit you and your direction. What do you want? And the idea of where you're going. Are you more traditional? Are you seeking money, freedom, love, a partner, fun, adventure, simplicity, etc., etc.? And then go to work finding a compatible partner. Keyword compatible. Not perfect. Perfect doesn't fucking exist. Because who in the hell believes love is going to fall from the heavens and hit you square in the love hole without any actual effort? Nothing in life is guaranteed and easy. And those selling you that shit, they need to be slapped and kicked in their love holes. Fuck love and it's new age watered down bullshit. Modern love is a weak depiction of what a relationship is actually supposed to look like. A relationship is specific to those involved, and in an intimate partnership, it is distinct to those two tied together. So we have to remove ourselves from that societal narrative and begin to blatantly refuse the signpost of weak-ass relationship standards. So here's to bringing in new standards, new ideas to what it means to have a relationship. And by new, I mean a recoursing to the old and traditional ways of excellence and a commitment to a code, to having actual self-imposed standards. Fuck the whitewashed 2-story house with the lame-ass white picket fence if that's not your direction. And don't get caught up in fooling yourself into the mockery of what a true relationship is supposed to be and represent. Instant, man, it's the biggest lie sold to us modern men. Because it's the trial and efforts, it's the actual slaying of the dragons that release the true power of what lies within a man. Easy doesn't make you a man. Kids enjoy an easy life, and we see how pissed off they get when it doesn't go their way. Give me back my transformer now! It's the simplicity of growing up. But it's the ability to put in the work, the capacity to see beyond the instant pleasure, and the ability to see life's red flags that give men guidance. And relationships are no different. And so I suggested a recoursing to the old tradition of excellence. And I guess what I mean there is to hold yourself to higher standards. Hell, to create your standard outside of the masses' crippled and limping principles. What does a relationship look like to you? Can you ignore the instant pleasures of lust and what it's supposed to be according to TikTok and Hollywood so that you can build and construct something that lasts? It's cool to go to Walmart and get a ready-made desk that I can put together in less than 10 minutes. I get home and it looks good, colors match and all that, and woo boy, man, I'm such a handyman, all put together and hell, no extra pieces. But as soon as I put the PC on it and add a few extra aesthetics, it begins to sway and buckle under the weight. Its cheap materials and mass assembly line production couldn't hold the weight of reality. I would have been better off if I'd been patient and waited for the Amish-made desk that was going to, take a little longer to make, but built with care, built with standards, and built with experience. We suck at relationships because we want it now, and we want it easy. So we ignore the faulty constructions, hoping that just maybe we can be the exception to the old age rule. Cheap and easy falls to shit, gentlemen. Love and respect. You will hear from me next episode.